I think I'm afraid to be happy. Now that sounds sort of emo, but it's true. I think a part of me deep down is really afraid of being happy. There's this common adage, especially on like hustle culture forums, that happiness destroys motivation. And if you want to be super successful in the traditional sense, if you want to be Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk level successful, then you can't be happy because it kills your desire to do anything. Now, logically, this makes sense in some ways. If you're satisfied with where you are in life, you'll be less likely to want to drastically change the world and put in the hundreds of hours that are probably required to do so. People hate to admit it, but negative emotions like fear and anger and sadness are great motivators. Nothing drives a person quite like desperation. And part of me still wishes I had the same amount of drive as I did when I was completely desperate, which is kind of fucked up if you think about it. Nobody should wish to be in a worse position. It's kind of a slap in the face to people going through adversity if you really think about it. And it's not a positive mindset to have, even if it can have a positive effect on your finances or your status. It breaks apart everything else. I remember I was 15 or 16 and I was watching an interview with Alex the Kid, who is a pretty famous music producer. He's produced for a lot of really popular artists. And in that interview, he was asked something along the lines of, what advice would you give people trying to succeed? And his answer was, if you have anybody in your life, get rid of them. Work only on your craft, which in hindsight was pretty terrible advice, but at the time, I really took that to heart and I applied that to my life in the most literal sense. I started to hide myself and I cut out pretty much everybody in my life so I could work on my craft, which at the time was three things: writing, filming, and making music. And I got pretty decent at all three of those things. Not a master, but pretty good, but at what cost? I found myself growing apart from a lot of the friends that I had at the time. So was it worth it? Probably not. And it's not like I made a ton of money from it. It was just dumb. All that I got was I lost a lot of the people that I really cared about. My goal these days is try to reclaim that lost time and to be better at balancing my life. But part of me is still programmed that way. Part of me still feels like if I'm not working to progress forward, then I'm just wasting time. I'm trying to unlearn that. And the first step in that is to acknowledge it, which is what I'm doing with this video. And hopefully after that, I could start to kind of break it down and move past it. And that's all I wanted to say. So until next week, I guess. Peace.